devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
What is going on? How is everybody doing? Welcome to another day of the T1000 takeover. Welcome to another day of Skynet news. Welcome to another day of the destruction of AC Milan as a great club, but the reconstruction of AC Milan into a great corporate American asset. Hippie-ki-yay, motherfuckers. We did it. We did it, guys. Every day is getting closer to becoming a great day, a better day for Redbird Capital. Anyway, good news today. Exceptional news today. We finally signed Reijnders. Wow, isn't that crazy? We only waited for a million years. It was supposed to happen on Monday, but it didn't happen. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They got the job done. The bots got the job done, and here we are. There you go. Reijnders to Milan is a done deal. The figures of the operation. Let's check it out, guys. Let's get straight into it today. Tijani Reijnders is now really just one step away from AC Milan, with several reliable sources reporting that an agreement is imminent. By the way, I guess this article will say it all. In fact, Daniele Longo has even stated that the deal is done. The negotiations between Milan and AZ Alkmaar were not easy, and the Rossoneri saw two of their offers get rejected in the process. The third, however, has got them over the line, and the sensation are positive as per Fabrizio Romano and Matteo Moretto. According to Daniele Longo, the deal is done, and Milan will pay 20 million plus bonuses to the Dutch side for the midfielder. Now, something to note that came out yesterday, which was very telling. There was a reporting, and this was an official reporting that was not debunked, that there had been made an appointment for the Milan Medical's clinic, La Madonnina, and this was not rejected. Actually, the people in that clinic said, yes, it is true. Milan has booked the clinic for next week. So it had to be Reindeers, and I guess they already knew that the Reindeers deal was done yesterday. According to Daniel Longo, the deal is done and Milan will pay 20 million plus bonuses to the Dutch side for the midfielder. The final details are being sorted, and Reindeers could arrive in Italy for his medical already on Monday. The player will earn 1.7 million per season. So right away, let's just be honest. 1.7 million per season is a really good deal because that gives us the room to renew his contract later on if he becomes a stable player for Milan. We will analyze that today. We'll look at the pros and the cons of this player, and then we will see how he does on the pitch. Anto Vitiello has added that the new offer is indeed 20 million plus bonuses and that a total agreement is very close. Reijnders is thus set to become the fifth signing of the summer from the Rossoneri, who have done well on the Mercato so far. Have Milan done well on the Mercato so far? Just buying players is not doing well. Buying players that perform and give you results is doing well. So if this is a good Mercato, I guess we will have to tell. We will know by May or June of next year if this is a good Mercato. Just buying players doesn't mean it's a good Mercato. Our own Luca Maninetti has also confirmed that the matter is at the finish line. Luca Bianchin has added that Reindeers gave up a salary of 3 million per year from Alkmaar to sign for Milan at 1.6 million per year, plus a sign-on bonus. Interesting. So Reindeers really wants AC Milan. That is definitely good, positive. We've definitely looked at all the footballing aspects of this player. He definitely has very good qualities. So let's look at the pros and then let's look at the cons. Okay, pros are that he's a technical player, very technical. Ball sticks to his feet, close control, and a very high level IQ. So these are things that you cannot deny. These are things that you cannot deny. And also he has a great long shot, scoring some absolute beautiful goals, something that we do not have in our team at all. The only player that can score from outside the box in our team is Theo Hernandez, and he's a freaking defender. So having a player that can score from outside the box is definitely an added weapon that we do not have. Now, it's not that he scores 1,000,000 goals, though. Guys, don't get it twisted. He's not a player that scores many goals. He scores a few goals. Last year, he only scored 3 goals in the Eredivisie. But he did have a bunch of assists, so he's probably going to contribute more on the assist side rather than the goal scoring side. So in the wake of not having Benacer available, we needed another regista, but also when Benacer is back, having 2 registas, 2 technical midfielders is something that we definitely needed, and that was clearly obvious, especially this last season. Okay, so as of now, Milan has a midfield. You can say Krunic, Loftus-Cheek, Reindeers. That's a midfield. Obviously, they need to get another piece to complete the puzzle. One more midfielder, preferably a defensive midfielder. Preferably not a 20-year-old defensive midfielder that needs to still learn how to. Let's get a more experienced defensive midfielder. How about that? But I guess we will see. We'll see what happens. Um, uh, so a lot of pros, a lot of pros. Definitely, out of all the players that we have signed so far, this is the only interesting one. Loftus Cheek is not an interesting player at all. Obviously, he does bring some decent things. Loftus Cheek, physicality, big body, and good technique that is usually uncommon. Pulisic is a normal player. I mean, there's a million players in Italy that are just as good as Pulisic, so it's not like we're getting anything special. As far as reindeers go, there's not many great registis in Italy, so this can be a unique player. I mean, we do have Lobotka, we did have Brozovic, and pretty much that's it, really, when it comes to like pure registas. You can consider Benasser a regista. Cataldi from Lazio actually is not bad. Inter did not have a sorry, Juventus did not have a regista. I mean, Fiorentina doesn't really have a regista. None of it. No, there's no really real. It's almost like a position that is kind of dying. I mean, when you look at the bigger teams in Italy, there's not many teams that have pure like standout registas aside from Lobotka, who is absolutely top notch. So having a very good regista does set us apart from the rest of the teams, which obviously that's what you want. That's how you become better than the teams that you compete against, being different from the other teams and having what the other teams don't have. But as far as the general midfield, I mean, it's going to be tough to say whether or not we're going to be the best midfield in Serie A or even the top four midfield in Serie A. Very difficult. As we've spoken about here many times, it is literally impossible to build a midfield in one summer and then expect it to perform at high levels in 2 months. Because if that was the case, then every team would do that every summer. But that's not how things work. Whether it's the midfield department, the offensive department, you always need a trial and error process, find the right formula, find the right players, find the right things that work. And all of these things usually do take time. And, but since this is a revolution starting from scrap, some of these players are going to be flops. Some of them are going to continue and they're going to do well. We will find out which ones will be flops and which one will do well. Reindeers does have the technical qualities to do well. Now, it is to be seen whether or not he has the mental ability to do well. So, as far as his ball recovery, it is not amazing. Um, and then there's other aspects that do raise some red flags. For example, the fact that he's never called by the national team since a young age. Usually, the best players end up being the players that were called up from their national teams from the U15, U16, U17, U18, U19, U20, U21, all the way to the seniors. 95% of the time, the best players are the players that go through that path. Rangers didn't have any of that. Absolutely any of that. He was never called up from any of the youth national teams. He did do a U20 World Cup, 3 games, and he was called up for the senior team I think it was against Italy actually, but he did not play. He did not play. So he's never played for the senior team at the age of 24. I mean, I don't know what the situation is in Holland. I don't follow Dutch football. I don't know what kind of selection pool the Dutch national team coach has. But it is strange that Reindeers has never been called up for the national team. I don't know what that says, and I guess we will find out. Another thing about Reindeers, guys, that we have to put in consideration, Reindeers has never played for a big club. He's never played for a club that is fighting to win a league title or fighting to win anything big in Europe aside from the Conference League, which he tried to do last season. So you have to imagine that the jump from AZ Alkmaar Eredivisie to AC Milan has to be big, and of course Sometimes that can be a little bit of a difficult jump to make. Let's see how he handles that. So these are the things that obviously you have to put in consideration. Now, in the long run, I definitely see him do well with AC Milan. I think that in the long run, he can adapt to life in Italy, life at the San Siro, and his technical qualities can stand. Probably next season, after this season is obviously going to be a fucking disaster. But this season here, we're going to find out which players are worthy of the AC Milan shirt and which players are not. I think he's going to be one of the players that will be worthy of the AC Milan shirt. And I think that in the years to come, he will be a stable until we sell him, of course, because eventually we will have to sell him. He can be a stable point in the AC Milan formation. Now, so far, the good signing, really good signing. There is space for contract renewal with this player. He has qualities. We didn't pay an arm and a leg for him. 20 million plus bonuses. Good player, a player that you can develop. These are good signings. Obviously, the Pulisic signing is just a fucking signing to make money in America. Loftus-Cheek signing is a band-aid signing, but none of these players. There's no space for renewals with these players, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how they do. We'll see how they do the first season. But this one, I would say, is a good signing. That day in bot headquarters to Red Bird Capital, dial-up was working well. I guess it wasn't too cloudy, and the internet was working too good. I guess that day they used their Norton antivirus on their program, so whatever they were looking for worked out. Finally, a good signing. Finally, a good signing. So far, we've had two good signings. Sportiello, because we really needed a second goalkeeper of a certain level, because that was one of our Achilles' heel last year, not having that second goalkeeper, that dip in quality from Magnan to Tatarusano. Whoever Tatarusano actually did do not too bad. He did in the year of our Scudetto. He came clutch that season, especially against Inter, and you could argue that his saving the penalty in the Inter game is one of the many reasons why we won the Scudetto. So, but obviously we need someone that can command the box. So Sportiello is a very good signing. Luca Romero, he's Spider-Man. He's young. Let's see what he does. They don't even know if he's going to still be in the first team. They might put him out on loan. Romero did say that he wants to stay. He wants to fight for a spot. Let's see. And then let's see what happens with Pulisic and Loftus-Cheek. Now, as of now, we do have a full formation, I think. Of course, we don't have any depth, but if you look at our formation, Magnan, Theo, Tomori, and then one of the three, Chiar, Kalulu, or Ciao, one of those three, and Calabria. And then in the middle, we have Reijnders and Loftus-Cheek. In the camera right now, we have Krunic. On the right, we have Pulisic. On the left, we have Leao. Center forward, we have Giroud. Until they find the right wing that they want, because the bots want to get a right wing. And then once the bots get the right wing, Pulisic will be moved to the middle. And we know that experiment won't work. It won't work, because this is where I do question Pioli. It's like, how many times are you going to try to do this experiment? It's like, it never fucking works. It never works. Pioli needs a cam that can attack and that can defend, that can press, that can do the whole thing. So I don't even let's see what happens with how Pulisic is going to be used, because Pulisic is a cam, and Reijnders and Loftus-Cheek as your two double pivots, and then you want an offensive right wing and an offensive left winger. It sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like it's going to be Christmas for any fucking team that is playing against us because there's nobody to defend. Nobody is there to defend. Leao will not defend even if you pay him a triple the salary. Pulisic is not a defensive player. Reijnders is not a great defensive player. Loftus-Cheek is not a great defensive player, but he does have physicality. The right winger that they want to get, an offensive right winger, yeah, he's basically another Leao on the other side. So who the fuck is defending in the middle? But no, guys, this is soccer. There's no that guys defending is so 1972. You don't need to defend. But anyway, it seems like same mistakes are going to be done. Eventually, we're going to end up with the same thing that always happens every year. The cam is either going to become Krunic or one of those players there, an advanced central midfielder, essentially. So it's going to be a tough year for Pioli. It's going to be a tough year for Pioli. And it's not going to be so easy for him to find all the solutions with the team that he's being given. And of course, all the geniuses are going to just, blame him and, Pioli out, Pioli out, Pioli out. So let's see how long Pioli will last, actually, because if he doesn't get this team running right away, I wonder how impatient the ownership is going to be. I guess these are things that we're going to find out. Another thing that we're going to find out is that, obviously, as you guys saw in the poll, Furlani and Moncada are the two best sporting directors in the history of the game, and Maldini, winner of a Scudetto, first DS to bring us back to the Champions League after a decade. He's shit. But anyway, these two guys have never gotten any scrutiny at all. They have never gotten any scrutiny at all. Zero. Not even in their careers, public scrutiny at least. Furlani was a portfolio manager. So, like, the public there's no scrutiny there to be given to him. And Moncada is this guy in the shadow realms who still to this day says, I discovered Mbappe, which we all know is complete bullshit. Every scout in the world discovered Mbappe, but Mbappe just chose to go to the team where Moncada was working. If Moncada was so good at his job, how the fuck did he not get Arda Güler into the team? What happened to that? Arda Güler is 100% the best talent prospect that is coming out in world football right now. So why do you want to hang on to your accolades of discovering Mbappe and then you can't fucking bring in Arda Güler? What happened to that? Anyway, but right now these guys are innocent, they're pure. I want to see what happens when reality checks in. And then, obviously the team is not going to be perfect, guys. If you guys think this is going to be a flawless season, even when you have a super team, you're still not going to have a flawless season. So imagine having a team that is being rebuilt in the space of one summer. So, we're going to be some players that are going to be flops. We don't know who. We don't know who yet. It could be even maybe Pulisic turns out to be the best one and Reijnders turns out to be the flop. But there's always players that turn out to be flops every single year. And then eventually the whole Maldini agenda is going to fade because nobody can blame Maldini anymore. Of course, they'll blame Pioli, but sooner or later, I want to see what happens when Furlani and Moncada get that public scrutiny, because that's going to be the real introduction to football. These guys so far have been shielded, they've been protected by the fact that no games have been played, right? We're just buying players, and therefore, just because we're buying players, everybody is supposed to be excited, Ooh, players, ooh, excitement, players, ooh, excitement, I'm so excited, But then that excitement fades when you don't achieve results. Of course, and then what does the public do? The public starts to point the fingers. And sooner or later, Furlani and Moncada are going to be put under the headlights. And I wonder how they're going to react to that kind of situation. Obviously, Maldini has been scrutinize his whole career. I mean, there were many seasons Maldini as a football player where Milan didn't do so well. There was seasons even with the national team where he was the scapegoat. So Maldini was probably used to being under, the limelight. But these two guys, they're so new at this. I wonder how it's going to go for them. Anyway, credit where credit is due. This is a good signing. Is it a good signing that can show us something great right away? Maybe it'll take him maybe a year. But next season, I think this kid is going to be cooking hard. I think he's going to be cooking hard. Hopefully, Milan can use this season to figure out what what needs to be done next season, and we can and next season we can start cooking and for real. So interesting. The team is starting to come together. Loftus Cheek, Pulisic, Romero, Reijnders, Sportiello, and then we're having a few more of the Primavera guys finally come up. Let's see how they do. Should be interesting. Should be an interesting season. All right, let's go to these other reports here. Gazzetta dello Sport, Reijnders rejected hefty contract offers to join Milan. The figures. AC Milan have reached an agreement with AZ Alkmaar for the transfer of Tijani Reijnders, who is expected to arrive in Italy on Monday. The player's will was decisive, pushing for the move throughout the process. Milan tabled a new offer of 20 million plus bonuses late last night, and AZ Alkmaar decided to accept. Reijnders is expected to arrive in Italy on Monday, as reported by various sources, and should thus be available for the USA tour. According to Gazzetta dello Sport's Luca Bianchin, Reijnders turned down a contract worth $3 million per year at AZ Alkmaar, as he only wanted the move to Milan. His salary with the RossonARI will be 1.7 million per year plus a sign-on bonus. In short, the player made a big sacrifice in order for the move to materialize. For Milan, it's a very important signing, not just for the squad, but also for Giorgio Furliani and co, who now have shown their strength. What the fuck? What strength have they shown? What the fuck? What? Why are you kissing these guys' asses? Man, this is so... Isaac, this is so amateur. Why are we kissing Furlani? Oh, wow, he bought a player. Strength. What the fuck? Guys, Milan is turning into a fucking beta club. A beta-ass club. Since when do we fucking correlate strength to buying players? Yeah, it's the fucking market. What are you supposed to do? You buy players. They fucking failed at getting the best players. They're getting players from mid-table teams. They're getting the rejects from Chelsea, and they got players at the end of their contracts. This is not strength. Strength is getting Bellingham, Arda Güler, Endrick, Mbappe. That is fucking strength. Guys, I hate the AC Milan universe so much. Like, we are turning into a fucking beta universe where we're satisfied. Give me, is that a turd on the floor? Oh my God, I'm so sad. It looks like strength. That turd on the floor looks like strength to me. Guys, I swear, I'm too much of a boomer. I'm too much of a boomer for this shit. I'm a boomer. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. I'm a boomer. My standards are completely different. I just live in a different universe, guys. I think I have to disassociate myself from this new Milan universe that is materializing. Buying mid-table players is strength. What? Strength is if you would have gotten Arda Güler, that was strength. Convince this fucking super talent to come to Milan, that's strength. not getting fucking mid-table players. Oh my god! How do you guys do it? How do you guys do it? How do you do it? Oh Jesus Lord! I swear, guys. I think. Hold on. I swear, guys. The issue now is that anyone that this management gets is automatically a superstar before they even kick a ball. And the thing that I hate about the summer mercato after doing YouTube now for a few years is that people just get excited over bullshit. They think just because you're buying players, we're going to win everything. But then when the season starts, oh shit, oh my god, oh wait a minute, but I thought, oh, Pioli out, Pioli out, Pioli out, Pioli out. No, guys, buying reindeers is not a show of strength. Okay, do not buy this bullshit propaganda. Buying reindeers is not a show of strength. Getting Pulisic is not a show of strength. Getting Loftus-Cheek is not a show of strength. Getting Sportiello is not none of this is strength. The problem that I have is that I became a Milanista during a period that Milan was just the top of the world. And then I saw that Milan be on the top of the world for 2 decades. But the majority of the people that fucking are today Milanistas have been Milanistas for less than a decade or 15 years. And they don't understand the difference here. Lord have mercy, guys. This article was perfect, but then it had to finish with this. But also for Giorgio Furlani and co, who now have shown their strength. What strength? I don't understand why the sacking of Maldini has made people fucking get on their knees, open their mouths, gape their fucking throats, and allow these two people, Furlani and Moncada, to just shove their dicks down their throat, balls deep. Like, why is this firing of Maldini has made Giorgio Furlani and Moncada two superstars? What strength have they shown? These guys have no strong. You showed. You can only say that this was a good mercato in May, in June. Okay. Just because they got reindeers, that's a show of strength. My lord, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore, guys. I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't do this shit anymore. I swear. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I know what the Manchester United fans feel now. The ones that went through their banter era period. Anyway, speaking of wings, so wings is the right wing is definitely the next position that we have to look at. Obviously, the great strength of Furlani and Moncada has not been able to secure the services of Chukwueze from Villarreal. Villarreal obviously haven't sold 2 players right now and have already made something like close to 70 million, are in no rush to sell Chukwueze, and they're obviously not going to give Furlani Moncada any discounts. So it looks like the Chukwueze road is getting closed down, and other names that have emerged are Isaacson. It seems like Milan has already has an agreement with this player, Isaacson, Danish winger. This guy was top scorer in the Danish league, and all in all scored 22 goals, and I can't remember how many assists, but a lot of them. Now, of course, it's the Danish league, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. But at the same time, obviously, the issue is this: when it comes to players that play in, let's call them lesser leagues, it's not the qualities that are important. Obviously, if this guy can score 22 goals and whatnot, obviously he has the footballing qualities, right? That's not the issue. The issue is, can he adapt to the big stage of football, the San Siro and all of that? Because Charles de Kettler in Belgium, according to every Italian person on the world, Belgium is a much better league than Serie A, and all Belgian players are a million times better than every Italian player that has ever existed. Charles de Kettler in Belgium was a top G. He scored 14 goals and 9 assists in his last season as the champion of Belgium. But obviously, not only I thought when I analyzed him, he didn't look like he had great qualities as a football player, but his biggest problem was the mentality. So when it comes to these leagues, these lesser leagues, it's not so much the qualities that are an issue, it is the mentality, if that's an issue. While on the other hand, if you're coming from the Spanish league and you already have a success in the Spanish league, like Chukwueze, you can already determine that the mentality aspect is already there because of the level of pressure and the level of basically scrutiny, worldwide scrutiny is similar to the Serie A. So that's the difference. It's not a matter of quality, footballing quality. It's a matter of psychological quality. Does Isaacson have the quality to come to Italy and fucking destroy that right wing right away? I don't know. But nonetheless, the Milan has has, according to what is being said, Milan has an agreement with the player and the team. So this operation is said and done. It's finished. Just a matter of pulling the trigger at this point. Other right wingers that Milan has been linked to is Bakayoko, Joan Bakayoko. This kid here is similar to Arda Güler, 20-year-old that has just incredible quality. First season, first season as a professional, not in first division though, but first season as a professional, he scored 17 goals and 11 assists from the wing in Holland. And then his first season in first division football, at the ripe age of 19 going to 20, scored like 9 goals and 7 assists, something like that, which is good. This kid definitely has qualities. Exceptional left foot. I think in the future, Bakayoko probably one of the best left foots in Europe. But I don't believe in Bakayoko links because there's no chance that we are in the race for Bakayoko. No chance, because this kid is not going to go for 20 million. I don't know what kind of fucking drugs the reporters are smoking, but this kid is obviously not going to be sold for 25 million. It's like if we would, when Leao was 20, we'd put him on the market for 25 million. Like, what? That's stupid. Why would we do that? No, Bakayoko is going to go for 40 million plus. And there are other 40 million plus players that Milan is interested, which are good, like Balogun, for example. Balogun, obviously very skillful, very interesting prospect. But players like Balogun, Jonathan David, these kind of players, obviously the upper echelon when it comes to prices. Is it even worth talking about these guys? Unless Milan shows us that that's what they're going to do. They are going to make the big investments. But as far as we know, that's why Maldini got fired, because that's what Maldini wanted. He said, we got to invest. We got to be have courage and invest. And I don't think this team right now, especially this year, where so many players need to be bought, is going to make like these huge 40 million, 50 million investments. I definitely don't see that, but let's see what happens. I mean, anything is possible. And then we go to the striker. Obviously, the player right now that is most feasible in the wake of not being able to get Chukwueze is Taremi, since Taremi now his price has even gone down. Um, Taremi for his price, serial goal scorer, serial assist man, not the most rapid player, not the most prettiest player on the ball, but obviously a guy that has many moments of magic um, during the course of the season that can definitely change the outcome of your season. So 20 million, that's what's been reported for Taremi. It's a fucking no-brainer for me, if you ask me. But it seems like Milan is going to wait and see what else they can get. Maybe they're going to see if they can get a Balogun one way or the other, or if they can get a Scamacca, who seems to be going to Roma at this point, Scamacca. Or we're going to try and get someone younger to eventually, build up and create that capital gain. Now, remember, the most valuable player that a team can buy, because the only thing that this team really cares about is assets, and that's how we are supposed to call Milan players now. By the way, we don't call them AC Milan players, football players. We call them assets. And to all the YouTubers that you fucking call our players assets, you are cringe as fuck. Let me just say that. You know who you are? You are cringe as fuck every time you call an AC Milan player an asset. You're just fucking towing the line. But anyway, because it is essentially true that that's how our players are seen as now, since corporate America has taken over. We're not football players. We're not human beings. We're not a family. We're just robots. We're just assets. And the biggest asset that a team can have is your goal scorer, your striker. So, I think that's probably what they want to do the most. Get a young striker that can develop into a top superstar. And those are the players that can really bring the asset value of your company up, right? Let's say if Milan does get Balogun and he ends up being a top baller, he goes up there 150 million, 170 million, 200 million. Yeah, Redbird Capital is going crazy because all of a sudden their company has gone up in value by 200 million, and that's a great asset for them to have. So either they sell him to pay for the stadium, or to pay for the debts, or to pay for the fucking yachts they want to get, and to fund the market. But anyway, essentially, this is why Taremi is not so appealing to them. They would rather get the young player that increases the asset value of the company. Let's see. I don't know who we're going to get eventually. Let's see. But anyway, speaking of right wingers, Tutto Sport, Torino aim to secure Milan outcast Messias for less than 5 million. Torino are very interested in signing Junior Messias this summer, and AC Milan are more than willing to let him go. The negotiations could soon enter an advanced stage, as even Juric has given the go-ahead for the transfer. Juric is the manager of Torino, and he has tried to bring in the Brazilian winger before, more specifically prior to his move to Milan. It will thus be up to the management of Il Toro to reach an agreement with Rossoneri. As reported by today edition of Tutto Sport, between the amortization and his age, Messias has a price of 3.4 million. Milan have already brought in Christian Pulisic and are also working on another right winger, meaning they will likely accept such an offer. Okay, there you go. So it's a done deal. Messias secured 6 goals and got 2 assists for Milan this past season, but it was also clear that he's not good enough for Rossoneri. Stefano Pioli wants consistent performers, and the Brazilian is not when the going gets tough. So this could be the last year of Messias. I think Messias, he did his part. His first season he came to Milan. Milan won a Scudetto, and he was important in that season. He played his games. He had his goals. He had his moments. Was important in the locker room. Second season, obviously Milan's roster was not good enough to defend the title. But yeah, we all feel like we need an upgrade on the right wing, and I think it is natural. It is natural. He was good for when we needed him. Of course, we got him due to financial limitations at the time. It is time to move on from Messias, I would say. The player is going into his 33rd year, so he doesn't have many years left of prime, physical peak, probably 2 more years left. And it's time to get a new right winger. It's time. The one player I wouldn't sell though is Salamakers, also because I don't understand Pioli and why he's so insistent on getting only attacking players. Like, are we not getting any player that can defend? I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. But anyway, Messias seems to be going to Torino. I think Torino is a good club for him, and he will definitely be remembered as one of the players that won us a Scudetto. Essentially, because hopefully, hopefully the next Scudetto we win isn't going to be too far away from now. Okay, more news on Reijnders. Iron Man. AZ Alkmaar director confirms Reindeer's exit is close after great meeting with Milan. Tijani Reijnders is just one step away from joining AC Milan as an agreement has been reached between AZ Alkmaar and the RossonARI. The Dutch side's technical director, Max Huberts, has confirmed that the deal is close. Earlier today, it was reported by several credible sources that Milan and AZ Alkmaar have reached an agreement at 20 million plus. Lord have mercy. The player could arrive at the start of next week and sign his contract worth 1.6 million per year. Speaking to Noord-Holland's Dagblad, wow. AZ Alkmaar's technical director Max Huberts confirmed that Reijnders is just one step away from joining Milan. They have given him permission to speak to the RossonARI as he described it. He has a permission to speak to Milan. That is, if he hasn't already, smiles. It's not done yet. Those reports are a bit premature, but it's moving in the right direction. Milan have shown that they really want him. The last meeting with Milan was a great conversation. We're now close to each other, he stated. Everything suggests that the parties are just finalizing the details of the deal, and it seems Reijnders will be able to travel with Milan to the United States next week. Stefano Pioli pushed for the move and will be delighted with the signing. Guys, make sure that you vote on the poll. Make sure that you vote on the poll. There's is Furlani Moncada the two best sports directors Milan have ever had. You have 4 different answers there. I'm curious to see which one you have, and make sure you answer the right one. Make sure you answer the right one. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Anything interesting? It's the Reijnders Day today, so it is a good day. It is a good day. Today is a good day. Okay, it's not a terrible day. Today is a pretty good day. Reijnders is actually a good signing. I'm going to give this a B plus. This is definitely a B plus signing. A player that can develop into a top dog for sure. For sure. And maybe finally now he might be recognized by the Dutch national team if he performs well. But I don't think this season is going to be a stunning season for him. But I think next season for Reijnders, he can end with a midfield that will be much better established. I think he'll be an important player for Milan. And again, one of the best things about this signing is that there's room for a contract renewals. And another reason why the Loftus Cheek and the Pulisic signings are absolutely garbage is because there's no space for renewals there. So, whatever, it is what it is. But this one here is definitely a great signing. Good job to the bots. Well done to the T1000s. You have to give credit when credit is due. So let's see. Hopefully he doesn't flop. Hopefully he has a good mentality. Hopefully his mentality is strong and he can endure the pressures. At least go through that initial phase where the pressure is really hard and just go through it. Because when you play the San Siro, you have to swim through the sharks right away. There's no, there's no mercy, no mercy. So if you can go through that initial phase smoothly, and of course, it is to be seen. Of course, we're going to lose games because that's normal. Every team is going to lose games. I'm just curious to see how we're going to lose games. Like, what will be the reason why we're going to be losing games? Like, obviously, there's no team that is going to go undefeated in the Serie A, and it's a very low chance that Milan is going to only win. Milan is probably going to lose a bunch of games. So I wonder if it's going to be because of a weak defensive midfield or because of what. I don't know. But I hope that the fans won't be too harsh on Reijnders when we do lose games, and that the fans won't be too harsh on, yeah, especially him, because this guy is actually good. The situation is good. So not bad. Well done, T1000. Well done, T1000. Good job. All right, so let's talk about the Danjuma situation, because it seemed to be getting hotter and hotter. AC Milan have expressed an interest in Villarreal winger Arnaud Danjuma and could make an attempt in the coming days. Signing the Dutchman could unlock the mercato up front for the Rossoneri, as highlighted by the report. Milan have been focused on Chukwueze for the right flank, but given Villarreal's high demand of 35 million, seemingly unwilling to budge, the Rossoneri could drop the pursuit. Another Villarreal man, namely Danjuma, could be the one instead. As reported by calciomercato.com, the 26-year-old could be available on a loan with an option to buy. This would not only free up some cash for Milan, but they would also keep their last non-EU slot, which could pave the way for Mehdi Taremi. The Porto striker is one of the key targets for Milan, and the 20 million price tag, albeit a tad high, would still be a lot less than Chukwueze. The signing of Danjuma could thus open up the situation for Milan in the attack, as the report concludes. I thought Danjuma was a left winger. All right, let me see how everybody in chat is doing, guys. Hello, welcome. Make sure you click the like button, guys, before you forget. Make sure you do not forget. It's a good day. Come on, we got Reijnders. Click the like button because the bots finally got a decent player. I will give Reijnders 6 months to prove himself. He's 25 now, so should be in his prime now. No need to grow like CDK. Yeah, he's had enough experience, but none of that experience has been in a big club, though. So we got to see. Obviously, guys, playing for AZ Alkmaar is very different than playing for AC Milan. Let's see if he can make that transition right away, or in this first season. I hope it won't be to Inter when we lose. I've had enough losing to them. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, we got some Taremi news. Let's see what the Taremi news is. Inter right now, Lukaku. Looks like Lukaku's agent is offering him to everybody. And, Lukaku is the most shameless football player that has ever existed. Most shameless player that has ever existed. All right, so what's this Taremi news? Let's check it out. Sasha Tavolieri, Milan Post. AC Milan have open talks with FC Porto for Mehdi Taremi. The Milanese club are currently in contact with his agent, Alireza Nikomanesh. Taremi is interested in the project, but is still coming up against the intransigence of FC Porto, who are demanding 20 million to release the Iranian, a sum that Milan considers too high. Is it too high, guys? Let me ask you guys in chat and be objective, be honest, even if you're a Taremi fan. Is 20 million too high for this player? I want to know what you guys think, because how is 20 million too high for a guy that scored in 3 seasons, scored 80 goals and 40 assists? I don't get, fuck, I just can't vote that to. How is 20 million too high for a guy with those kind of numbers? Like, is it because of his age? Is it because of his nationality? Like, what is it? Last year of his contract, 20 million. You can probably, and this is an easy one. You could probably say, okay, 50 million plus 5 million bonuses with games and goals and assists and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can get there super easy because this guy is obviously going to fucking score a lot of goals. I don't know. I mean, so how the fuck are we even talking about Balogun if 20 million is too high for Taremi? Okay, I see. Essentially, there's no capital gain here. There's no capital gain. I forget. Oh, guys, I totally forgot. What am I doing, guys? Forgive me. Forgive me, guys. You see, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody slips. Everybody slips. I totally forgot. This team does not care about sporting results. This team only cares about capital gain and assets. It's about the asset. What kind of asset do you have? So, dude, Paul is so triggered by me. It's so crazy how Paul is triggered by me. First of all, I'm not crying. I'm just stating reality. But I'm sure that all the guys that are super positive right now, that think that we're going to win everything next year, I'm sure they're going to be the ones that are going to be crying or all year. They're going to be wah, wah. But I thought that those guys were the best in the world. But I thought Fulani was a genius. Wah, wah. But I thought that Pulisic was better than Ronaldo R9. Wah. Yeah. When reality hits, it hits you hard in the face. And it will knock you the fuck out. Anyway, so my mistake here, guys. My mistake. I did a complete terrible miscalculation. AC Milan does not look at players as players that will bring. It's not about the results. It's not about the goals. It's not about the assists. It's not about any of that. It's all about, can you give me a capital gain? Are you going to make Redbird? Are you going to be an asset that makes Redbird more valuable tomorrow? So in that light, yes, Taremi, 20 million is too much for Taremi. Yeah. If all we care about is Redbird and their company, then yes, 20 million is too much for Taremi, and we should not get him. Absolutely. Here, I have to agree with the bots. I have to be on the same page as the T1000s and all of those guys. If our priority is Redbird Capital, then Taremi is not a good signing. Like maybe 10 million, 5 million, 7 million. And for all those losers that are more interested in the results on the pitch, you guys are not real AC Milan fans. You guys are not real AC Milan. Get with the program. Get with the program. So yeah, okay, I understand. Forgive me, guys. I made a big mistake here. Forgive me. I completely lost track of the subject. I lost track here. Yes, 20 million for 30, a player that is turning 31 will not guarantee you any capital gain. It's not a player that you can resell at a capital gain. This is obviously a player that when you sell, you have to sell him less than 20 million, right? So this is a player that is going towards, this is his last contract essentially. And then after that, it is his contracts that will take him to his retirement. But we don't care about goals. We don't care about assists. We don't care about results. And these things are for losers. These things are for, those old AC Milan fans that are all boomers now. They're irrelevant. We don't care about that shit. The only thing that matters right now is Redbird Capital. And Redbird Capital has to become richer tomorrow. That's the goal. Our Champions League is Redbird Capital growing as a company. That's our Champions League. So we have to reassess our line of thinking. Yeah, absolutely. 20 million is way too much for Taremi. I totally agree. I totally 100% agree. At this point, I don't think we should get him anymore. Unless we can get him for 10 million, I think 20 million for Taremi is no good. 40 million for Balogun, probably yes, because Balogun is 21, and if he does explode, you can still get a big capital gain there. I mean, you can sell him for double, or even for the capital gain can even be 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, can go even up to 100 million. So because Balogun is 21 and he costs 40 million, yeah, that's an investment. That's a capital gain investment. Taremi is not a capital gain investment. That's the problem with Taremi. And because now that Milan is not a football team anymore, it is an American corporation, we only have to think about football in those terms. So next time we see a player, we're going to evaluate a player, the first thing we need to consider, can he become a capital gain? Because apparently that is more important than anything. This is why Furlani and Moncada took the job, to ensure that the assets increase in value. Yeah, I agree. 20 million, way too much. Way too much. All right, let me see what you guys said. We still need lots of players. Hakan versus Lukaku, the battle of the snakes. Booty Cheeks was a Maldini, right? Was it the last one? I don't know. What happened to Kamada? I'm not sure what happened to Kamada. So Kazu says yes, too much. Captain Obvious says yes, 20 million sounds about right. So, Celestial Lion. Notice how they're not telling us what Pulisic is earning. I think they're afraid if we find out he's making like 4 million a year, they know we'll freak the hell out. He was on the 9 at Chelsea. 9 gross. But he's making some around 4 to 5, close to that. Yeah. He's one of the highest. He's going to be one of the highest earning. I mean, Pulisic can ask for that amount of money because Pulisic is going to be the center of the fountain of money for Redbird. They're gonna fucking you guys. Did you see like first day of a job, they already put him on ESPN. Already had him do fucking TikToks. Already had him do all this bullshit. Yeah, we're gonna milk the fuck out of Pulisic. He's a depreciate. Oh man, I can't talk anymore. Depreciating asset. Yeah, that's right. 20 million is a good price tag. Who's taking free kicks and corners next season? Not sure. Yes, too high for that age. An Iranian playing football? Yes, 20 million is too high. 30-year-old plays in Portuguese league. That's not good enough. I think an American company has any intention of signing an Iranian. The board will shit. True. Not a good look for America. I think 18 million plus bonuses to get 20 million should be enough. He's way more better than Thuram. No capital gain on Pulisic. Well, branding wise, I think there is money to be made. We should get top four if everything stays the same. No other team improves. That is, hopefully. Nice practice, Roy. To be serious, his transfer market is like 18 million 1 year his contract, and he's 31. Maybe because this is too high. 20 million is not too high. Pulisic was 20 million, and he's done fuck all in his career. I really think Jerry can move a team like the NFL. Fans wanted 42-year-old Ibra, but don't want a 30-year-old. Perché? What age was Tevez when he joined Juventus? Yeah, he was young. He was old. I mean, he was mid-30s. I have seen him and don't understand why we should spend 20 million for a 30-year-old. Is uncertain of how he will perform. At this point, I prefer to spend more on a young, talented striker, Alan says. I mean, Kasser says. Zlatan was kicking ass until the age of 36. True. I don't think they'd ever spend more than 20, 25 million for a striker or any other position. It looks like that is their... Yeah, it does look like that's the most they're spending. You seem caring about results on the pitch, giving out about Redbird wanting to make profit than you want to Remy. Taremi can make every other player gain in value. Yeah, but, you know, Guido, that's not, you're going way too in depth. That is advanced football, calculus. Remember, it's Furlani and Moncada. These guys have never kicked a ball in their lives. They don't know. They don't get it, Guido. They don't get it, Guido. That's way too... See, guys, what Guido said is way too advanced for Furlani and Moncada to understand. I still believe we should secure a right wing first, then we can think of a striker position. A good right wing. Who would you like, Amir? Who would be your preferred right winger? Let us know. Nagan, should we fake the capital gains like Juve? I don't know, because America is different, right? The thing is that Juve fakes it in order to get results. Because Juve is still thinking about results at the end of the day. Redbird doesn't give a shit about results. Redbird is like, yeah, we want the money because we want Redbird to be top dog, establishment, corporate America. Between the price and the contract, you're already making money comparing to other players. Guido, these are way too advanced takes. Too advanced. Way too advanced. Did someone just compare Taremi with Tevez for real? Roy, you should call Reijnders a Milan legend. He can become a Milan legend. I mean, hold on, guys. Actually, we don't want to do that. legends and people that are attached to the club are not welcome in Milan right now. Those players are problems. The last thing we want right now as a club is players getting attached to the shirt. Whomever is attached to the shirt is an issue. You have to be willing to be sold. You have to be willing to be, you know, this is a team of mercenaries now. Remember, you're not a human being, you're an asset. If Redbird's goal is to grow assets and then sell for profit, get Balogun. His worth will be double in 2-3 years easily. Plus, yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I mean, that's probably why they want to get Balogun. If that's, I mean, if it's not even a matter of if, we know for a fact that's what this company is about. It's about increasing their assets. Yeah, I mean, Balogun is a good player, guys. He's not a shitty player at all. Not at all. If they want to spend the 40 million on Balogun, yeah, bring us Balogun then. For we can, I'm sure he can do well for 2 or 3 years, and then once he's 23, 24, you can sell him to one of the big clubs in Europe, and Redbird will be happy. Redbird will be happy. Let's see Redbird. You know what? The issue that I have, Negan, with the financial fair play stuff, it's so like stupid. Like the punishments are so minor. I think Manchester United got a fine of 300,000. Like that's Manchester United literally shits $300,000 out of their ass first thing they do in the morning. It's like punishments like those are not. They're not gonna deter anyone from doing things the wrong way. I mean, what was it? PSG got fined something like 10 million or some five. I don't know. I can't remember. But basically, it's just numbers that are equivalent to a bench player's wages for one season for these teams. It's like it's a joke. Financial fair play, UEFA is all a joke. It's all a joke. Redbird can lick my ass. I suggest to buy Milan shirts with no name on it or with old Milan players' name on it that made history for us, or your personal name. Yeah, do not get attached to players anymore. Okay, let's see what else we got here on Twitter. Amir. Yeah. Amir. That's way too early for me. Way too early. 6 minutes ago, Tyson Reijnders. Oh, wow. Wow, guys. This is via AZ Alerts. Reijnders will fly to Italy tonight to complete his move to Milan, and the RossonARI have agreed to transfer the midfielder. So, guys, he's going to put his Iron Man suit on, and he's going to fly across the Europe down to Italy, and he's going to land in headquarters and sign his transfer agreement. There you go. Amazing. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Oh, look at him, guys. Look at him. Look at that. Look at this guy. What? Who can do this? Do you guys know anybody that can do this? Do you guys know anybody that can do this? You don't. You don't know anybody that can do this. Guys, this Lukaku story is so crazy. So Inter gets a deal with Chelsea for Lukaku's transfer, but then Lukaku's agent, his lawyer, and Lukaku goes silent because Juventus is put their foot in the door. Juventus have offered more money to Chelsea for Lukaku. And also, guys, I don't know if you guys, because I like to follow the universes of other teams too. There's something very, very strange happening in the Juventus universe. Some stars are realigning, some galaxies are falling apart, and there is word on the street that Allegri and Juventus are right now negotiating uh, the rescindment of the contract. So Allegri is about to quit Juve on good terms with Juventus. And apparently, word on the street by Juventus reliable sources is that Antonio Conte is going to be coming back to Juve. And people are putting one and two together, and they think that Antonio Conte might have contacted Lukaku and told him about this. And this is why Lukaku might accept the Juventus offer to go back to with his old buddy Conte. And also, Lukaku not too happy that he was considered, the third striker in the hierarchy under Simone Inzaghi. The fact that he didn't start in the final. Very interesting things right now. Telenovela drama happening. Drama happening. So let's see if this actually happens. Again, I repeat, word on the street in the Juventus universe is that Allegri is about to rescind his contract on good terms. So we're going to find an agreement, and the next coach is already established, Conte. They've already decided Conte is going to be the next coach, and Conte has spoken to Lukaku, and Lukaku. This is why Lukaku is being quiet, has not responded to Inter, and Juventus all of a sudden is in the door. I don't know if this is going to happen. This is just what they're saying in the Juve universe right now. Nobody in the universe is happy about this, by the way, but it looks like a very interesting story, telenovela. Yeah. Nicolo Schira. This is important news because we always need to keep an eye on our competitors. Yes, I know, guys, this is Milan, and we only want to think that only Milan exists, but we are competing against other teams. And Nicolo Schira says that Victor Osimhen is getting closer to extend his contract with Napoli until 2027 with a new salary of 6.5 million a year plus bonuses. Damn. Yo, De Laurentiis is a badass. Expected a meeting in the next days, and the new deal could be included a release clause. Guys, you will never see a piece of news like this with Jerry. As long as Jerry's in charge, you'll never see a piece of news like this. AC Milan increasingly frustrated as Origi and Rebic reject Turkey move. For some reason, Origi wants to stay at Milan because obviously he wants to show the world and show himself that he can redeem himself, and maybe for his own personal confidence, for his personal psychology, he wants to show that he is actually a worthy player. And obviously he knows, like everybody knows except for one person, his name is Paul, knows that he was a total flop last year, like a huge flop. The guy was one of the most paid players in the team, and he flopped harder than a dolphin in the fucking sea. So the whole world saw this except for one guy. His name is Paul KB, and maybe He wants to prove himself right. He wants to show the world that he is worthy of the AC Milan shirt. As far as Rebic goes, I don't understand. I don't understand what Rebic's deal is. I know that he was looking for a move in Saudi Arabia. He wants a big money move. I don't think he really cares about winning trophies and all that shit. You know, I've said this a long time ago. The moment that Leao took over that left wing, that was the end of the beginning of Rebic, and now it has come to a point where Rebic is not even a football player anymore at this point. I don't understand why he's not accepting offers in other places. I don't know what he's looking for. It's strange, but both of these players, in my opinion, should be replaced, and we need to get better players, hungry players. But I got to say that Origi saying that he doesn't want to leave, that he wants to prove himself, does show me hunger, right? He showed me that the guy is hungry. CDK is also saying the same thing. Origi, you better start learning Arabic, buddy. Guido says, "Have I told you? I've told you many times. If Lukaku would be a Milan player, I'd never watch a game until he'd be on the field." We're definitely not going in for Lukaku. This is between Inter and Juventus, so guys, you don't need to worry about this one. Lukaku is never going to be an AC Milan player. Also, because one of the reasons why, guys, Juventus all of a sudden is a problem for Inter is because I saw the numbers. And I saw what Juve wants to offer to Lukaku per season. And it's nowhere near what Jerry would be able to do. So we're talking about over 10 million euros a season, if those numbers are true. So Guido, you don't need to worry. Lukaku is 100% not in Milan's radar anymore. But he was offered to Milan, apparently. His lawyer, who we're getting to know, offered Lukaku to Milan, and of course the wages are just impossible for Milan. Niente da preoccuparsi, Guido. Musah is advanced talks. Matteo Moretto, guys. So maybe the last piece of the midfield puzzle after Reijnders today could finally come to fruition. Musah, guys, we get Musah, we get Balogun, we get Pulisic, American block, the American national team, ladies and gentlemen. 27 minutes ago, Matteo Moretto, Milan almost had a deal with Valencia for Musah for 17 million, but Valencia president Peter Lim has rejected the offer and increased his demands to 25 million. If Milan decide to increase their offer slightly, the two clubs could come to an agreement. Maybe Peter Lim wants that 3 million extra. He's trying to push to 20 million. Lasha Kokiashvili, Georgian. That's a Georgian name, in case nobody knows. But that is a classic Georgian name. Kokiashvili. AC Milan, Yunus Musah update. The negotiation between the Italian club and Valencia advanced to a total of 70 million and seemed almost done. Valencia owner Lim blocked everything, demanding 25 million. The feeling is that with another small rise, it could be close. So this guy is called Peter Lim. Who is this dude? Guys, make sure, please, guys, before we go on, make sure you click the like button, please. Please, guys. I am trying to meet you guys in the middle, right? I'm trying to be as positive as I can. All I ask in return is for you to click that like button and also vote, because we have a very interesting poll today. And, I want to know what you guys think. So let me see. Are Furlani Moncada the best sport directors Milan have ever had? 76% said yes. 9% said yes, 3% said yes, and 12% said yes. So far, yes is winning with 76%. Nice. Okay, so I see everybody's happy with Furlani and Moncada. Now, guys, next thing, make sure that you click that like button. Let's see what else we got here. Rangers and Milan tonight? Yes, look at that. 22 seconds ago. So we finally got Iron Man, guys. We finally have Iron Man. That's right. Iron Man is here and he's here to stay. We got him. We almost have the full Avengers crew together. So Iron Man, we're missing Doctor Strange. We're missing Falcon, Hawkeye, Black Panther, and that's it. And we're good. And we're good, guys. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Musah is a DM. Musah a bit too expensive for a 20-year-old. We don't need Musah. Get a DM. I would get Amrabat. I would definitely get Amrabat. That's my first choice. Do you think Musah is the right holding midfielder? I mean, it's not like I've seen Musah play forever, right? All I'm going to say about Musah is this, that the little I've seen from him, it looks like he can potentially become a very good player. He's definitely a fighter. He definitely has a fighter warrior spirit when he plays football. And Gattuso said that since Gattuso coached Musah, Gattuso said that Musah reminds him of the first Kessie, essentially when Kessie was a 20-year-old. That's who he reminds him of, which, guys, says what anybody with a little bit of brain and logic thinks. Like, Musah is a 20-year-old. If he comes to Milan, don't expect him to be the Kessie that won us the Scudetto, right? He's going to be the first version of Kessie, a version that a lot of people didn't like. You know, that's the thing with some of these players. They're young, you got to give them time, and that's the way it is. But this is an American team, guys. We are owned by corporate America. So, you know, corporate America probably looks at American players as their best assets, because those are the assets that they can sell to the American public. And the American public is a rich public, is a public that likes to spend money. Flash? Is Flash part of the Avengers? Is Flash part of the Avengers? I don't know if Flash is part. Is he? If he is, we'll get Flash in there too. Get Dominguez or Hulman. Man United is going for Amrabat, so erase him from your minds. Yeah, Man United is doing a very intelligent market so far. Get Dominguez or Hulman. Kessie back. Kessie. So the last that I read about Kessie is that Giuntoli really likes Kessie, and Giuntoli would like to bring Kessie to Juventus. And apparently, the word on the street there was that Kessie has no intention to returning to Italy. He wants to do at least another season in Spain to prove himself, because he's not satisfied with his previous season. He thinks he can do much better. So that was the last I saw regarding Kessie. But it's the market. Things move. The market is fluid. We won't sign Musah, most likely staying with Krunic until Isma comes back or Dominguez from Bologna, which I'm fine with that, to be honest with you. But we do need a defensive midfielder. We need a Gattuso. We need Gattuso. Who is the next Gattuso? I don't know. We need a player like Lobotka. I argue that Reijnders is a player like Lobotka. Milan should go all in for Alcantara before Barcelona could get him. Not too familiar with Alcantara, the guy that plays in Bayern. No flashes from DC as I thought. Flashes from DC, so no flash, no space for flash. Sorry. Considering we're most likely moving to a 4-3-3, where will be the role of CDK, Ali, and Romero? So in a 4-3-3, CDK can either play on the right or Midzala, based on where he has played previously, yeah? Or false nine. So those three positions. Ali can play as a Midzala, so either boxy box right, boxy box left in the midfield. And Romero can go play with the children in the sandbox with the little kids, and he can go make castles because he's a little kid and he needs to still grow. No, Romero can play on the right wing. But Romero said that his favorite position is playing behind the attacker, the number 10. So Romero is looking at himself as a number 10, and that's where he would like to play, apparently. Musah has 4 passports, more passports than skills. Damn. If Dominguez has a passport, his value is good at that price. I think we can get Kessie on loan. I would take him back any day. Yes, I think getting Kessie back to fill that defensive midfield role would probably be the best solution, because he's a player that knows the Serie A really well. He knows Milan. He knows the environment. He's not stepping on Benacer's feet because Benacer's not there anymore, and he's not stepping on Tonali's feet because Tonali was happily sold to Newcastle. So I don't mind getting Kessie back. Scalvini is the next Gattuso. Scalvini is a defender, though. CDK's and Midzala is hopeless, Roy. Stop it. Well, I mean, that's where he played with Belgium in the U21. He played as a Midzala as well as other positions. I'm just saying where he has played so far in his career. Romero can play hopscotch. Yeah. Romero can play Legos. You can give him a box of Legos, and that's what he will do this year. Going back for Kessie will make us look like clowns. Alan, that's too late. Alan, that is too late. That is way too late. Unless Barca pays half the salary and give him a loan. Yeah, I do see something like that happen, right? Like these teams like PSG, Barcelona, they will loan players, pay half their salary. Like that is possible. But unfortunately, Alan, this team already is a clown show. It already is. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but it is true. CDK is great. Did it at Belgium as the 8, and winger is more likely. Well, apparently, guys, there's news circulating around Italian media and therefore global media that I'm sure all of you guys saw it. All the players that Pioli wants to kick out of the team, and CDK's name was in there. So I'm sure CDK has come across that news. I wonder how he feels about it. It looks like they want to sell CDK, and I've said this again, guys, and I mean it. I know there are some people who don't agree with me on this, but I'm going to stick to this position. The last thing that Furlani and Moncada want is for either Origi or CDK to have really good seasons with AC Milan. Because if CDK ends up being this great player and has a great season with Milan, then their whole narrative for firing Maldini goes out the window. This is American business. This is the Wild West. Americans are the best at this, guys. It is very, 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 very important to get rid of all traces of Maldini. Tonali, we needed to get rid of Tonali because Tonali was very attached to Maldini, and and all of that. We need so CDK needs to go. They used CDK and Origi to fire Maldini, right? That was their propaganda. We gotta fire Maldini because CDK and Origi. So if CDK now finally grows a pair of balls and plays good football, then that whole narrative of why they fired Maldini goes out the window. If Origi actually does score 15 goals and becomes, a good player for AC Milan, that whole narrative for firing Maldini goes out the window. This is why, guys, Theo Hernandez next year will be sold for a variety of reasons. One, next year, Theo Hernandez will be 2 years away from the end of his contract. That's where he'll be the most valuable. If they sell him his last year, they're going to lose half the value of the player, right? Kind of like how we are buying players for half their value because we're buying them at the end of their contracts. So Jerry is a businessman. He's way smarter than that. He's going to sell Theo Hernandez 2 years before his contract ends. Also because there's no room to improve Theo Hernandez's contract. And they're going to use Theo Hernandez next year to fund the market. Because Magnan's contract is only 2.8 million, there's room to improve it. Theo Hernandez is almost at the peak, so there's no more room to improve it. But also, Theo Hernandez is a big Maldini player. I mean, Theo Hernandez loves Maldini. Theo Hernandez wants to be the next Maldini. Like you guys saw when Maldini was fired, how emotional Theo Hernandez was on his social media. He had pictures of him hugging Maldini, saying, "You're a legend. I hope I will work with you." Shut up! Shut up! Theo Hernandez was saying, "I hope I will work with you in the future. Again, you're a legend." So all of these players that, if they are, as they succeed, you can't contribute that success to Maldini anymore. You have to erase Maldini's work in order for his firing to be legitimate. That's why CDK must be sold, or Origi must be sold. Theo Hernandez must be sold. Eventually, Mike Maignan will be sold, and eventually Leao will be sold. And then Maldini's legacy will be completely gone. And finally, the mission will be complete, and AC Milan will finally be a real football team again, because Maldini is a big bad witch. Maldini is a big bad witch. Actually, you are right, Daniele. Calvini also does play as a midfielder. That is true. Good point. He's super triggered by everything I say. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Why didn't I think about that? That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Of course. Of course. I want Ali and CDK to be bent to bench Pulisic. That'll be amazing. CDK will end up good at some point, but there's no room for him in a 4-4-3. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I think they should have stuck to his original position when they got him. False nine. He might have done well. CDK should take it like a man. Dino Rusic. If we get Kessie or Kessie type player, then we have a stronger midfield than before. Even you, Roy, can't deny that. Dino, why do you got to start? Man, you see, you guys love to start drama, dude. It's you guys. You are the reason why drama exists. It's not me. What? Oh my! You know that I can't help myself when I read these genius takes. We have a stronger midfield than based on what? Based on what metric? You haven't seen this new midfield play yet. The previous midfield we had with Kessie, Tonali and Benacer won us a Scudetto, for heaven's sake. And the midfield that we had last year got us to a semifinals of the Champions League. The midfield that we have now has not even fucking done a training session altogether. What? Bruh, can we please use our brains? If we get Kessie or Kessie type player, then we have a stronger midfield than before. Based on what metric? Come on, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to be positive here. I'm trying to be positive. I am trying. It is T1000 positivity day 5 today. I'm trying. Listen, I like Reijnders, guys. We officially signed Reijnders. That's awesome. I like that player. But let's see them play together first. Let's give them time to amalgamate. Let's give them, we have to, okay, this is the thing, right? You know what's the beauty of all of this? That they say I'm negative, right? Thing is, like, I'm realistic based on experience of coaching football for over a decade, and I've been following football. I've been playing football since I was 3 years old, by the way, and I've been following football all my life. So not only I'm being quite realistic about what's about to happen, but I'm also aware of the fact that I am going to give these guys I'm going to allow these guys to make mistakes. Because before this new midfield that we're building is going to become a good midfield, they will have to do their mistakes, their trial and errors, all those little details that they don't know exist right now in the Serie A. They'll have to figure them out. It's all about being able to mitigate the details. You cannot go in the Serie A thinking that you already know all the details. My question to you, to these guys that think that now that Maldini is gone, everything is going to be all right. It's like, are you guys going to allow these players any room to make mistakes? Like when we lose games, because obviously we're going to lose some games, who are you going to blame? I know you're going to blame Pioli. You're going to blame Pioli, right? But are you going to allow these players to make mistakes? That's my question. That's my question. Because I know that before this new midfield that we're building is going to start to kick ass, it'll take us at least one season. One season, and then maybe next season, do some retouches here and there, and we can build a real proper midfield. But this season here of a complete rebuild, there's going to be trial and error. The coach will have to figure out what the perfect balance is. The coach will have to figure out which player plays better with who. There's going to be all these scenarios that these players have never faced before. And then eventually we're going to figure it out. My question is, are you going to be patient and wait for these players? That's my question. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Paul, it seems to me that CDK is one of those players that will perform once he changes context. Inter did not appreciate Lukaku's message sent to Milan or his flirting attempts with Juventus, and were also annoyed by his complete disappearance in the past hours. Di Marzio. Guys, I'm telling you, I am telling you that that Conte Lukaku connection back to Juve could be real. Could be real. Roy, miss your rant on Arda. Please say a few words on Arda. Yeah, Arda Güler is an amazing football player. He was my first pick for this mercato. For me, we could have spent 50 million on him and we would still make a huge capital gain. We should have convinced him. We should have given his father 20 million. We should have paid the release clause. We should have guaranteed him a starting spot at Milan. We should have told him everything he wanted to hear. We should have told him that Milan was the best place for him to grow. But Moncada and Forlani are bots. They have no idea about what football is. All they care about is corporate America, and we lost him. But I guess I wasn't so wrong in the beginning of the season when I was saying that this kid is you see, all the fucking people that are doubting me right now, Like when we started, literally first days, right away. Arda, that's the guy. That's the top pick right there. That's the guy. Who ends up getting him? Real Madrid, not fucking Aston Villa, not fucking West Ham, not fucking Sassuolo, not Roma, not this and that. No, fucking Real Madrid gets him. So yeah, I'm not that stupid, am I? Right? Maybe I know what the fuck I'm talking about sometimes. Yeah, Arda Güler is obviously was the clear best pick of the market, the whole market. There's no other time this kid is going to cost this much. Basically 20 million and then whatever not. A player like Arda Güler in a few years is going to cost north of 100 million. Did you guys see how he's kicking ass in training there in Real Madrid? This guy is putting everybody to sleep. He's breaking ankles left and right, putting the ball in the top bins like it doesn't matter. Yeah, Arda Güler is a fucking beast. Anybody that has even 10% football acumen can see that. So where the fuck was Moncada and Furlani? Where were they? Where the fuck were they? Ooh, we got to get Pulisic because we need to put him on billboards in America. Oh my god, oh my god. We got to get Loftus-Cheek because we can't get a midfielder, so we got to go in and get done the operations that Maldini already did. As I said, I will give these guys credit when they win trophies. When these guys will win trophies, I'll give them credit. But I'm not going to be some like people here that, call me donkey in other chats and other people here that want me to be a cheerleader from another channel. I'm not going to play this game, but just because we're buying players, I'm going to be excited. Yeah, we're going in a great direction. No, we're going in a great direction only after we win trophies. Once you win trophies, then you can say, yes, we did things right. Yes, we did things right. Once you win trophies. But just because we get Pulisic and fucking Loftus-Cheek and Romero and a good player coming from a mid-table club in Holland doesn't mean we're going in the right direction. Like, what kind of stupid fucking way of reasoning is that? Like, are we Bologna? Is this Salernitana? Yeah, we have a second star we need to win before the stupid cousins win it. We need to get to the 8th Champions League because Real Madrid is fucking running away. When are we going to catch up to Real Madrid? Guess what? They're about to get Mbappe. They got Bellingham. They got Tchouaméni. They got Camavinga. They got Arda Güler. They got Endrick. These guys are going to win 10 other Champions Leagues before we win our 8th. What the fuck are we talking about when we say we're going in the right direction? What the fuck are you talking about? We're going in the right direction for Capital Bird, maybe. Red Bird, but not for Milan and people that actually give a shit about football. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, but I thought that Furlani and Moncada were the best things since sliced bread. I thought that Furlani and Moncada were the best DSs that the world had ever seen, and that Maldini was the absolutely worst thing that ever happened in football. What happened? Are you telling me that Maldini couldn't get Pulisic or couldn't get Reijnders or couldn't get freaking Loftus-Cheek? Yeah, these players, any DS in the world can get these players. Any DS in the world can get these players. These are players that who the fuck was fighting for Pulisic? Who the hell was fighting for Loftus-Cheek or Sportiello? Any up and coming DS, any DS in the world with just a little bit of money can get these players. The real skill is getting Theo Hernandez, Mike Magnan, Leao. That's the real skill. Tonali. What about Tonali? That's the fucking skill. But no, No, no. Teo Hernandez is because of Moncada. Mike Mañana is because of Moncada. Leao is because of Moncada. The only reason why Leao re-signed a contract is because of Furlan. Yeah, right. Give me a break. Oh my god. Guys, I apologize. I apologize. T1000 positivity day 5. You would pay for no, I would pay 60 million for Goulet because he's going to be worth 120, 150. You can literally slap in a few years, you could literally slap a 200 million release clause on him. Yeah, I mean it, Pixia. In 2 years, he's 18 right now, right? So when he's 21, 22, 23, he's going to be worth 200 million. This guy's going to win Ballon d'Ors. He's going to be the best player in Europe, best playmaker in Europe. Now, of course, there's a chance he flops. There's always that chance. There's always that chance that a player flops, of course. Yes, I would have paid 60 million for it. If it had to come to that. Guys, listen to me. Listen to me. I want to use the Inter example. Inter is paying for their players. Barella, who's a fucking top G midfielder, Inter paid 15 million for him. The whole total sum of Barella's price was 50 million. Cagliari got 50 million from Inter for Barella. Yeah, you want to win? You fucking pay. You guys really think De Zerbi is a better coach than Pioli? Give a man a break, for fuck's sakes. You guys have wanted him out since the day he signed. Shake my head, poor Pioli. I'm okay with Pioli, actually. I have no problem with Pioli. But for me, the issue is not Pioli. No one wanted Maldini to leave. Maldini is better than both these clowns. Maldini could easily convince our new players. However, let's move on. We really have a better squad now. Amir, how do you know we have a better squad? Let's see how they perform first, then we'll see if it's a better squad. I hope Goulart flops big time. Hope he rots on the bench like Jesus. Why? Why do you hate on the guy so much? Inter will lose their core at this rate. Like us, we lost our core. Roy, patience is needed to compete on an equal level as Real Madrid. We can't spend that much as other clubs. They have bigger revenue. If we spend that much, we would have eyes on us from UEFA. So who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Why do you care about why do you care about who gives a shit about that stuff? Is that why you're a football fan? Because of finances? I remember us complaining every mercado for the past 3 or 4 years that they take so long to make a move and to negotiate for normal players, and we only seem to work on one deal at a time. Yeah, Milan has been dismantled. Let's see how it gets rebuilt. I mean, maybe it works out for the best. Let's see. Goulart got that Ozil gene in him. Yeah. Paul KB, agree with you. This is Pioli's biggest year, though. I must say he has a better team. What the fuck? Yo, you guys are nuts. He has a better team. No, people, no. The year we won the Scudetto, we had a top-notch midfield, and up top we had Ibrahimovic, we had Leao kicking ass. Giroud was there to help Ibra, and Salamakers had a great season. Him and Messias were having a great season. You had Florenzi there that had a great season. The defense was kicking ass. Kalulu Tomori. Matteo, Mike Magnan. That was our. You think that fucking now this half, guys? I can't do this shit anymore, guys. I can't do this anymore. You guys think that this team is better than that team there? Pixie, you're crazy, dude. Okay, but what happens when we don't? Because we're not going to win the Scudetto this year. So I just want to see what you guys are going to say. This is the thing. The difference is this: that because I am aware of the situation, I'm actually going to give these guys time, and I'm going to give them time to develop. I know that this is going to be a trial and error season. I know that some players are going to flop. So I'm going to follow the project as it goes. But you guys have already decided that this is the best Milan that you will ever see, that we'll win the second star, that we're going to win the fucking Olympics, we're going to win the fucking Nobel Peace Prize, we're going to win the Grammys, we're going to win everything. Yo, you guys need to chill out, man. Put that foot on the brake a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you are the ones setting yourselves up for a shitty ass season. You're going to live a disgusting season. Guys, this season is long. If you go into the season with expectation that we're going to fucking destroy everyone, that we're the best and blah, 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 right, you're just going to fucking ruin your whole year. Just be realistic. Like, why is it so difficult to be realistic? Why can't we detach our fanaticism from just football analysis, reality? No, most likely, guys, this season is going to be a season where there's going to be a lot of trial and error, rebuild of the midfield, rebuild of the offensive department. If what if this was the norm, then every team in the world would be doing this every year. Why do you think they don't do that? Because in football, continuity and building slowly is how you build good teams. You don't just man, you guys literally think that in one fucking summer, these guys, by getting mid-table players, we're going to win the Scudetto in one summer. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. I'm trying to be positive. I am trying to. You guys are doing this. You know that when you say this shit, it pisses me off. You're just fucking abusing me at this point. I'm comparing the squad to last year. Look, last year we did not. Our roster was not amazing. Yeah, last year the roster with Origi, Rebic, and CDK, especially those three right there, that was big problem. And also we didn't have someone to replace to help Rebic. Giroud. But this year we don't know yet if we're going to be better. With a decent striker and a right winger, worth his salt, we might be half competitive. Hopefully. Roy, from last year we lost Tonali, Bakayoko, Tatavrans. Technically, we have to do. We do have a better team from the team last year. We lost, but it's not about, guys. It's not about the names. Bakayoko, Vranks weren't starters. First of all, they weren't starters. They never played, so they're irrelevant. Yes, Tatarusano, 100%. We have a better goalkeeper than Tatarusano. But it's not about that. The issue comes down to the amount of time it takes for a group of guys to build chemistry and to build a winning team. It doesn't happen over a summer. Again, like let's go back to the 2000s when Milan built that team, the Carlo Ancelotti team. That was a process that started in 2000, sorry, 99. Then they added a piece, then they added a piece and added pieces, added piece. And then once you had a core that was fully amalgamated, then they added pieces onto that core. And that's how you build teams. This is not something of the past. This is literally what Man City has been doing. This is what Real Madrid has been doing. This is what every single football club does in the world. If it was so easy to rebuild a midfield and an attacking department in one season, in one summer, in 2 months, then every fucking team in the world would be doing that every year. So it's not a matter of names. It's a matter that this year is going. I have patience as long as we finish four. Then what happens if we don't finish fourth? Because what happens if we don't finish fourth? It's a possibility. I've seen Milan finish 10th with a better roster. I don't know, guys. We got to see what the other teams look like in August too. So we got to see. Oh my god, guys! This one is brilliant. Rangers will have a Kvara season. He's better than Tonali, Roy. Yo, Pixien, bro. Pixien, you need to know your shit really good, because like when I say these players are going to have like top seasons, right? Like I really know what I'm talking about, my man. Like I really know what I'm talking about. Rangers will have a Kvara season. Okay, I need. I'll be right back, guys. I need to get myself something to drink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I am back. Where are we at? Where are we at? Arriva stasera. Anzi, c'è stato un nuovo. Qualcun altro ha detto che di no, non arriva stasera. Rangers is a better dribbler, more creative. Tonali is better defensively, a better fighter. Grinta and Amenista. That's about it. True. That's a good point. Yeah, we're different kind of players. He's done with us. I like annoying him. No, I just needed to get some. Now I hope in Chukwueze, Gravenberg, and Wahi or Etikitike if it's more easy. I don't know if Chukwueze is a reality anymore. Let's see what happens. I just came back and heard elevator music. What did I miss? Everything depends on how hungry these players are. Yeah, true. Very true. Even average players will perform great if they're hungry. That's very true. No, what did he say? Let's check it out. Bonetti. This guy here, right? Marco Bonetti. Which tweet? This one? What am I looking for? You sent it? Where did you send it? Ekitike. Very interesting player, very skillful player, physically imposing player. Looks like he didn't cut it at PSG. Milan could be a possibility. This one could be a possibility. A young player could be a possibility. He's not bad. I looked at him a little bit last year, and he's got some good skills. Click back. What am I looking for? Oh, is it like a tweet on his page? Is that what it is? All right. Oh my God! Look at him. Look at that happy face. Jesus. Look at that happy face. Don't be that happy, bruh. Don't be that happy. He looks so happy. There you go. Fixed. Why is he always throwing more Tonali picks, please? There's never too much Tonali. He looks thrilled to be there. He doesn't look happy to be there at all. Wow. The narrative around surrounding the Tonali transfer is hilarious. So what am I looking for, Andre Gibson? Oh, damn. Huge news. Huge news. Huge news, guys. This is breaking news. Holy moly, this is a breaking news, man. This is big. Two hours ago, Gravina wants Maldini to join Azzurri as team manager, but PSG is interested if Campos leaves to open a new cycle. Yes. Come on, Maldini. Let's do it. I would love to see Maldini at PSG. That would be amazing. I would love to see that. Finally, oh man, that'd be such a great club for him. Endless amounts of money, big project. He can attract, all the best players. Oh, dude, my dream is to see Maldini go to PSG and PSG beat Milan in the Champions League. Oh, I that is my dream. That is my dream. My dream is to see Maldini beat Jerry, kick Jerry out of the fucking Champions League. Yeah, that's how much I dislike this management. That I'm even happy to see Milan lose. That's how much I dislike them. My dream is to see Maldini join PSG, and then we have to face PSG in the Champions League, and they beat us with Maldini right there. And Furlani and Moncada can go and screw themselves. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one. Wow. That's awesome. Damn, what a beast. This guy was a beast. Look at him. No fear. Even got kicked in his head, doesn't give a shit. Damn, what a slide tackle. Maldini was fearless, man. He was absolutely fearless. Just a freaking force of nature. Damn. Oh, yeah. Smooth. Silky smooth. That was against Ibra. Nice. Ooh. Get out of here. Look at him. Fuck off. Give me that ball. Zinedine Zidane, who? You're nobody. Zinedine Zidane, who? Fuck you. This is Maldini here. Look at that. Against Zidane. Cristiano Ronaldo. Zinedine Zidane, who get the fuck off of here. This is my ball. You're nobody. In my shadow, you're nobody, Zidane. Nobody. Oh! Oh, mamma mia! Oh, mamma mia! What is this? Oh, Lord. What a stop. What a stop. Damn! Oh, look at the. Oh, look at this guy. He got triggered. Look at this guy. Fuck. Look at him. Fuck. Paul hates Maldini, by the way, because Maldini's Italian. No fear against Ibra. Damn, look at him. Look at him go. Choo! With a fucking heel. Did he just use his heel? Look at this fucking beast play here with the heel against Ibra. Ibra who? You're nobody, Ibra. Get the fuck out of here. Ibra. You are nobody, Ibra. Nobody. Oh my lord. Oh mamma mia. Oh mamma mia. The touches. Oh, that's against Chelsea. Oh, Rivaldo who? Get out of here. Rivaldo, you're nobody. You're nobody. It's against Arsenal. Get out of here. Stay on the floor. Stay on the floor and weep. Stay on the floor and weep. Jesus, what a fucking player this guy was. All right, you want to watch Reijnders? No, Furlani. Furlani was much better player. Much better player. Much better player. All right, let's see a Reijnders video. Let's see what got. Guys, imagine if Maldini was British. Paul would fucking love him so much. But you can see right away, like the difference in quality between Maldini and this guy. Just right away, the way the two carry themselves on the pitch. Like Maldini looks like a god. He fucking looked like a god, man, when he played football. Like just the animal. He was an animal. This guy's like a little fairy dust pixie dust or whatever the fuck you call him. But he's technical. He's technical. He's got that technique. But imagine this guy against Maldini. Like Maldini would fucking break him in 3. Like this guy would probably quit football the next day. Ah, he's got a mean shot. You got to give him the shooting is beautiful. Like the technique, the release of the ball, it's beautiful. But just notice how he carries himself on the field and how Maldini used to carry himself on the field. Just like the quality of that aspect is night and day. Silky Brasileiro, man. This guy plays like a Brazilian. Damn, his shots are crazy good. Crazy good shot. So his recovers. Yeah, he looks light, huh? Guys, look at him. He looks really light. Doesn't look like he's very strong. It's weird. Clever. Great. Well, that's a great goal. Fantastic goal. No, he's got qualities, no doubt about that. Obviously, he's not like a fucking. He's not a Maldini, but he's got qualities, you know. Hmm. Damn. Got a wicked shot. I like how the ball never goes too far from his feet unless he wants it to go. Like he has full control of how far. That's really clever right there. Very clever football. The way he exploits space there, manipulates space. Muy, muy, muy inteligente. Yeah, we did. Mike C, we have signed him. It is official. Having reached a verbal agreement with Alkmaar for Reijnders, Milan are now waiting for the final document to allow the player to come to Italy for medicals and the signing. There you go. Download complete. 100%, Desno. Undeniable. Undeniable. Well, I guess he can take the free kicks, right? Someone was asking who takes the free kicks. Oh, that's sick. He's got qualities. He's got qualities. Damn. Wow, what a gorgeous through ball. Let me see that again. Perfect timing. One more time. First of all, why is the quality so bad? wonder if that's offside. Oh, the timing is perfect. The weight of the ball, nice. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We got Iron Man, guys. We finally got Iron Man. Yeah, I think so too. I think the cam can fit him well. Camera is only for Pulisic. That's right. That is 100% correct. I think money-wise, Taremi. Well, I don't know. It's hard to understand, but maybe Taremi. Anyway, should be. This is a good signing. This is a good signing, guys. I think we did well with this signing here. I think we did very well with this signing. Even the bots can get it right sometimes. Yeah. Hopefully Pulisic is hungry and he doesn't get injured so he can show his worth. And same thing goes for Loftus. He stalled 6.1. 6.1. So is that I guess that's tall. Pioli decisive for AC Milan in Reijnders negotiations amid many phone calls. So Pioli called Reijnders and convinced him. No, haven't spoken about Okafor yet. I know Okafor. I mean, we have spoken about him during the course of the year, but we shall see. Hopefully, my man. Hopefully, we don't have to suffer too much this upcoming year. All right, guys. Looks like we covered everything for today. We covered the breaking news of Reijnders. And we covered the breaking news of Maldini going to PSG. This is my second favorite sport, by the way, if anybody cares to know. Arm wrestling. Arm wrestling is a badass sport. Fucking love it, dude. Just fucking giants going at it. What a fucking badass sport, dude. What a badass sport. And corporate America has not fucking infested it yet with its infections. It's a pure sport, pure athletes. Do it for the love of the sport. What a badass sport. Look at these monsters. Look at that fucking war. What a beautiful sport. Devin Larratt. He's the most popular guy. But this guy here, Levan Seganashvili, the Georgian guy, he's the best. He's the number one in the world. Do you like rugby? A little bit. Tonali, 70 million out. RLC, Reindeers, Dominguez for 60 million. Even I'm mad that we sold Tonali. Pure business wise, it isn't that bad. I mean, now it comes. Joel, you smart man. You smart man. Now I get it. Now I understand. Corporate America wins again. Indonesia, after Italy, Indonesia is the biggest fan base, AC Milan fan base. That's why we're going for Reindeers, because he's Indonesian. Indonesia is gonna have Joel, that makes so much sense now. That makes so much sense. I mean, he's good. He's still good. I mean, it doesn't matter where he's from, but he's really good. But now it makes more sense why they went for him. Yeah. So we need a striker, right wing, DMCM, and maybe a right back. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I saw that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I agree. No, he is a good player, guys. He is. He is good. And listen, I'm sure the other guys are going to be good too. Okay, everybody's going to be good. Everybody's going to be good, especially Paul. Paul is going to be the best. Paul is undoubtedly going to be the best, and that's a fact. Can't deny reality. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. We finally got our man. Roy, if we sign single and Termi next, would you change your mind about the new management? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Signing single and Teremi is something that anybody can do. And also, signing players is not difficult. It's not difficult to sign players. What's difficult is to sign players and then make those players into world beaters, elite players, and to attract top level Gs. So absolutely not, Rico. I mean, the only signing that I saw right now that could have made me think twice about Moncada and Furlani was Arda Güler, but that one sailed off into the horizon real fast. Loftus Cheek was basically a Maldini signing. Pulisic was also someone that we were talking with already for a long time. Reijnders is not difficult to sign Reijnders at the end of the day. Like he's playing for AZ Alkmaar. I mean, it's a good thing that Rangers really wants to play for Milan, though. You know, that's good. No, no, no. Absolutely no. No, no. Peace out, Amir. See you next time, bro. Forza Jerry, Forza Food, Emergency Decay, Arm Wrestling. Let's do a bet on which shirt number Reindeers will choose. Good one. I say he will choose 21. Joel, yeah. It's a Roy, have you seen Florenzi IG story? He scored a golazo in training. Really? Let's check it out. What the fuck? What's his IG account? All right, got it. All right, let's check it out. Nice. Cool. That's him right there. Sets himself up. Beautiful. If only he wasn't Italian. If he was from some other, if he was from another nationality, this would be all over the news. How good is Reijnders? We'll find out. He definitely has qualities, but we'll find out. Yeah, of course he does, man. Christian, of course. Joel, they need him to fill the Italian quota. That's why they re-signed Mirante and Sportiello, and they're gonna. That's why they're selling Balotelli, and they want an Italian left back deputy for the Hernandez. They need 4 Italians in the squad because of the quotas, and Florenzi is part of that quota. I totally agree. I bet this management will. Guys, okay, I'm willing to make a bet. How much do you guys want to bet that the number 3 will be unretired? I bet that under the Redbird Capital regime, number 3 will be unretired. Yeah, that's right, Joel. Fronte attacco, finché il Milan non trova l'accordo per la cessione di uno tra Origi e Rebic, difficilmente chiederà per la punta in tempi brevi. So essentially, as long as they cannot sell nor Rebic or Origi, Milan will not be able to get a striker in the coming days. So right away, they need to sell one of those two first before Milan can get a new striker. On who? Who the hell is Milan? You mean Reijnders? Yeah, he's all right, man. He's a good signing. Good signing. Milan. That's what you want to say. His name is Reijnders, bruh. Okay. Honestly, I think that he should be a good regista. A good regista. An organizer, a metronome, a guy that spreads the ball around. He will have a few good assists. The only problem is that he's soft. He's a little bit soft. He's not a. He doesn't look like a fighter, a warrior. He's kind of like Ericsson. Remember Ericsson, the Danish player Ericsson? Very good with the ball, but off the ball, just like a Barbie off the ball. So probably something like that. But I think it's a good signing. Of course. What else is new? Yeah, it's official. 100%. Kiss ass. Guys, the Miami team, the MLS Miami team has more subscribers than AC Milan. Isn't that fucking sad? So, where are these videos? You're saying the paid member videos? It's not live though, right? Mm. Paid member video. Okay. Yeah, I have a membership too, but I can't. I mean, I could share those, but whatever. Not on this account. On another account. Oh yeah, all of them. Pretty much all of them came with Messi. All right, guys. Um, we have covered the major updates of the day today. Good stuff. Not bad. Looking forward to seeing the team play soon at Milanello. I'm sure we're going to win 1,000,000 to 0. And good. Thoughts on it? Akitike. It's Akitike. Good prospect. Flopped at PSG, but he's still young, so there's still a possibility to extract a good player out of there somewhere. The biggest news of the day for me is Maldini. Hopefully, he's going to join PSG. That's what I want the most. All right, well, last round on sempremilan.com. Then we're finished for the day. Yeah, there it is. Let's see what all the haters say. PSG will be perfect for Maldini. Go to PSG and please kick Donnarumma from there. Shit. Sorry, I gotta do this. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta do this. This will be the last thing we do today. I'm just curious. Oh shit! Look at this. After the talks with this is Inter news. After the talks with Romelu Lukaku collapsed, Inter have shown interest in Arsenal's striker Folarin Balogun. He has been monitored by Nerazzurri scouts many times during the last season at Stade Reims. Another solution could be Alvaro Morata, offered by intermediaries. So I just want to see what the people say about this piece of news here. Guys, look at this one. Maverick Milanista. I was and I am Maldini out. He was destroying the club with his ego and tunnel vision. The new management is great. I swear to you guys, these people, as soon as, they are so delusional. They are so delusional. They think that from now on, Milan is going to be this team that is going to win every title. It's going to be the forefront of football. Like these people will fucking turn. This season here, which is going to be a trial and error season. This same idiot, we're going to go back in 1 year from now. This same idiot is going to have this same stupid fucking comment, but instead of Maldini, it's going to be Furlani. What a idiot. Come on, this is the only fucking piece of news about it on Twitter? Really? That's all we get on Twitter? Just one fucking piece of news about Maldini possibly joining PSG? That's it? That's all we get on Twitter? That's it? Ugh. Ah, non rompere i coglioni, Dio. Besides looking for a new team manager, Gravina should prioritize replace coach and Mancini. Maldini won't join Italy national team as long as Mancini is still there. Nobody. Team manager suits him better than sporting director. He's not a business person. No talk about him in PSG. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Make sure you click on the vote in poll. My guess is the people voted yes. And, guys, having said that, Reijnders is an AC Milan player. This is a very good signing. Hopefully, it turns out to be good. Hopefully, all of them turn out to be good. Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, and the rest. Having said that, guys, have a great day wherever you are. Have a great night, great morning. And remember, Forza Jerry, Forza Capital Gain, Forza Redbird Capital, Forza Wall Street, Forza the stock market, Forza calling football players assets, Forza Furlani, the T1000, Forza Moncada, and Forza Corporate America. Down with Maldini, down with results, down with football passion, down with football, Forza Soccer, and as always, Forza Skynet. Have a great day wherever you are. Peace out. See you tomorrow, guys.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Be faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
One, two, three, four. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech.